Do you like to break me down when I'm shattered on the ground? Are you happy? Are you happy? All I wanted was your love. Was I asking for too much? Are you happy? Are you happy? Do you like to break me down when I'm shattered on the ground? Are you happy? Are you happy? All I wanted was your love. Was I asking for too much? Are you happy? Are you happy? You break me down off the ground. You happy? You happy?
Hello, my soul family. Welcome to the Love Show. This is the February Love Show. Now, this is a very special month out of the whole entire year because this is the month of love, and I feel it. I feel the romance in the air. So I want to begin by introducing myself. My name is Christie Ramirez, and I am a soul coach, and I am owner of the Spiritual Counseling TV Network. I want to give you a brief introduction to what the Spiritual Counseling TV Network is, because this love show is provided by my Spiritual Counseling TV Network. This is a show that's free every month on my YouTube channel. This show began this year in 2021. There's already been 2 episodes. We began with the New Year Holiday Spectacular, and then we also had the January Love Show. So we are in the 2nd month of the year, and you know, like I was saying in the January show and in all my other content that I do, because I'm also a motivational speaker and I do lots of therapy sessions also here at the Spiritual Counseling TV Network, motivational speeches. I also offer free newsletters when you sign up to my mailing list, so make sure that you sign up now, christieramirez.com/TV. And I'm also offering exclusive shows that have to do with love as well. There's the Couples Therapy Talk Show, and I basically expand on the topics that we discuss here, because this is more of an entertaining show, and I try to make it very fun when we bring in love, dating, and relationships, because I know this is a topic that all of us, deep in our heart, are either struggling with or want to know more about it so that we can improve in our life. So that is my goal with this show, is to be able to provide you with this inspiration and this little piece of hope as well, that true love is out there for you. Never give up. Even if you've been through your struggles, even if you are not yet in the relationship of your dreams, it doesn't mean that it's not out there for you. There probably is just healing to do, or maybe something that will be illuminated to you in this show. So that's what I offer exclusive at my Spiritual Counseling TV Network. So make sure you become a member this new year so that you can truly transform. And this show is going to also help you to step up the next level. And of course, you know, this is just, you know, love is a huge component of our life. So don't neglect it and don't leave it for last. That's a huge part of it, because we need to prioritize love, especially this year, because, you know, worldwide, we have all learned a huge lesson, and that is that the people around us is what mostly counts. It's not what we have, it's not what we even do. But if we have all those things, but yet we don't have the right people around us, not only will we not be able to attract the abundance, but we won't even be able to appreciate the abundance. You see, because we are all abundant already. We are all blessed, and we are all beyond surrounded by love. From God, from our angels, from our spirit guides, from heaven, from all the spiritual realm and the heavenly realm. And this has made us realize that the people around us really counts. And we want to make sure that these are people that uplift our spirit. Because remember that when we talk about love, yes, we're talking about romance in the show, but the other kind of relationships also count, because this will influence who you choose as a romantic partner. So your friendships, even your family members, the kind of relationships that you have with those around you, all of those things count and matter, especially if you want to enter into a long-term, long-lasting, healthy relationship. Believe it or not, all of those things do influence And not only from the external aspect, but even mostly from your internal aspect. Because if you don't feel good in relationship with those around you, in your close circle, this will affect your romantic partnership. So that's just a quick note that I was guided to share, because I feel like that is important this month. This month of February is a time to look into our relationships and our dynamics in our relationships, because this will flow into the kind of dynamic that we attract in a romantic relationship. So if you want to have a healthy romantic relationship, make sure that your family dynamics, your friendship dynamics are also healthy, even your dynamics with the community and how you perceive yourself to be in the world, right? Because this is also about self-love and self-worth and self-esteem that's coming out for this month. I'm really feeling this strongly, and I actually talk about this in my new journal. You can purchase now my new journal. It was released in February right now because I know I was a little late, but this is the 2021 Gratitude and Spiritual Guidance Journal. It's called The Rebirth. It's going to help you to experience this ultimate transformation that we're all undergoing. The rebirth after the awakening that we all experienced last year. So this journal is more than just a regular journal, and even more than just a regular gratitude journal. I actually provide a lot of soul coaching questions to help you think and keep you accountable daily and monthly on your mission, on your goals for this year. So definitely check it out. It's available for purchase on Amazon, only $11. It's a huge journal. You definitely want to make use of it this year. Start right away. Order your copy now. And so yeah, that's what I'm feeling when it comes to love. And what I'm also thinking about when it comes to love, I feel like when it comes to romance, you know, I know that a lot of us perhaps don't have romance in your life, right? A lot of people are single out there, and that's absolutely fine, because this message is also going to be for you. For those who are in relationships, this is definitely about re-sparking that passion and bringing back the romance. I always like to say that in a relationship, it's not even like the physical intimacy, the sex, right? And that is the main component of a relationship. That's the icing on top of the cake, is how I like to see it. The first important dynamic of any relationship before even coming together in a commitment is the intimacy. And I'm talking about this transparency, this honesty, feeling that you can tell each other anything, feeling safe around each other, feeling vulnerable, being willing to be vulnerable in the face of your partner. These are all requirements to have even a healthy sex life, because I promise you that those aspects will pop up later throughout the relationship if something is off. So we need to make sure that we are truly genuine with our feelings and staying true to ourselves, right? This is not about seeking approval even from partners. When you're in the dating world and getting to know new people, for your single people out there, it's not about shifting who you are and changing your personality to seek the approval of someone else, because that in the end is going to backfire, and that's not going to make you happy, right? The true purpose behind any true romantic relationship is to fulfill us on a deep soul level. So why kid yourself in the first place? And why put your untrue self out there? We don't want to be wearing a false mask when it comes to meeting new people, or even if you're already in a relationship. This is the time to clear a lot of those things out. Maybe if you are in a relationship, let's say that that's one of the issues, and that you are noticing that, or that you are, should I say, you are acknowledging that that is an issue, that perhaps you weren't your true self, then maybe now is the time to show your true colors, because that will determine whether your partner really is for you or not. And for you single people out there, this is just a word of precaution and a word of advice more than anything. I want to say word of advice. Always be yourself, because that is what's going to give you the true partner for you. And even though on the exterior you might think it's someone else, or you might be fatally attracted to someone else, let it be naturally flowing, because that in the end is going to make you happy, and we all want to be happy, even the other person. So that is a huge message for February, because I know there's going to be a lot of dates for for Valentine's Day, right? We're gonna talk a little bit about that because I want to talk about the topic of like even the first date, because I know a lot of you out there who are single are probably gonna be taking that chance towards a first date, which is absolutely okay and recommended. But of course, always make sure that you're listening to your intuition. Does it feel right? Don't force it just because you want to meet someone or because you want to rush love, because that's number one thing when it comes to spiritual love. It's not about rushing it, and it's definitely not about settling. So if you feel, like I said in the previous episode, you will just know if that person is for you or not. So definitely check out this week's therapy session and motivational speech exclusive on the Spiritual Counseling TV network. The motivational speech is always free because it's only 10 to 15 minutes, but I give you more extensive expertise and therapy even on this topic, and that's going to be how to find the one. That's the motivational speech, and the therapy session is going to be all about recovering from relationship trauma, because this is definitely a huge aspect as to why people are either in unhappy partnerships or are alone and miserable. Because there is a difference between being alone and being happy, right? This means that you've been doing the inner healing work. This means that you're truly ready for the spiritual partnership. But if you're single and you're miserable, then something's off and there's healing to be done. And this is, of course, what all my programs are about, especially my New Atomic Soul Coaching program. That program is amazing for getting you ready for that spiritual partnership, because there is no need to be single and miserable. That just means that you're still a little behind and you need to do more inner healing work. You need to get to a place where you're single and solid and you feel like a true empress. You feel on top of the world, you feel confident, assertive, and you know your worth. That's a true person who is ready for a spiritual partnership, because this spiritual partner, this potential one out there, is going to see straight to you that you value yourself, and they're going to value and treat you that same way. So you need to remember this, and especially this goes for people who are in partnerships and either partner is probably lacking some self-respect or respect from the other partner. Let me tell you that it all begins with self. It always begins in self. Your partner is just merely a reflection of how you feel about yourself. And I know that's a sad truth that can be triggering for some people, because some people just want to blame the other partner. And you know, with my expertise in couples therapy and seeing clients over many years, this is not productive. This is only destructive towards a relationship that probably has the potential to be healed and saved, which is only getting sabotaged even more by blaming even more. That's the number one horseman that I like to liken, even Gottman says, that is going to backfire in a relationship and it's going to slowly deteriorate the quality of that partnership. And we want to treasure it like it's gold, right? Because love is the number one thing in this world and gem that we should be caring for every day, nurturing, like you plant a new rose, right? And this is going to truly open your eyes to what true love is, because many people haven't experienced that. This transcendental kind of love that I spoke about last love show. But all of it brings me to this point that you can get there, okay? You can get there and you can experience this and still have a good life. That's not like, you don't have to be even doing necessarily a spiritual job, but every job can be turned spiritual, okay? Because the reason why I'm bringing this mission work aspect and theme is because a love partnership should support that mission, right? And should be in that same boat of bringing in more light to the world, no matter what kind of job you do. It doesn't, like I said, need to be literally a spiritual job. You can literally be like a carpenter and still live a spiritual life without being overly dramatic about it, right? So spirituality is like an energy. It's just more of like a way of life. That's what I like to say. It's a way of life, and this flows into our partnerships. And the reason why I'm bringing this up in the love show is because it has all to do with love. Spirituality, the way of life, should be the basis of any partnership. If you want it to last, if you want it to be blessed, and if you want it to be emotionally fulfilling. Because those are the ones that are going to be sustainable to life's challenges. those are the ones that are going to survive through the ups and downs of life. Because every couple is going to be tested. That's a given. But not every couple is going to pass those tests. And very few are going to make it. And the ones who make it are the ones who have this spiritual core as their foundation to fall back on to the hands and arms of God. And that's a very beautiful message to start today's love show for February, because we need to kind of relabel and retell the story of how we see this month of February. Because I know February is associated with the holiday of Valentine's, and yes, that's beautiful. But it's not about just the hearts and chocolates and flowers, right? It's more deeper than that. We need to start seeing February as the month of reigniting the love, even worldwide, among all of us. Love for what we do on a daily basis, that's very important. Love for self, having more compassion and forgiveness towards our past, and staying graceful in our present moment. Having unconditional love towards God and trusting God wholeheartedly, and loving our partner unconditionally as we love ourselves. Those are more important aspects of February, I believe. And I feel like that's really going to bring us up the next level when it comes to experiencing this transcendental, healing kind of love. This is the highest form of vibration that I see. And I'm very excited, actually, to begin this month, because I feel the romance, I feel the love, and I feel like it's starting from self. Whatever it is that you want to experience in a partnership, if you're single, or even if you're in a relationship and your partner are not probably giving you those things, maybe they're unaware of your love language, do those things for you first. And your partner will not only learn, but naturally, through the law of attraction, the universe will send you more of that from your partner or a potential partner. And even naturally, without you even having to verbalize it. Because that's how the universe works. It's very powerful. And this is something that we're actually learning in my School of Light new class, Ancient Philosophy. We're learning about Hermeticism and the philosophy. And I feel like it's going to be up to us individually to see true love in the eye for what this is, right? It's just to recognize it. And this is how true love is. You just recognize it. But of course, it takes more than just a text or a DM. It takes more than that. You need to actually visibly see the person and feel the energy to tell the difference, to tell that this is the one. Because that's how we feel it. We all run on vibrations, on energy. At least that's how I see it. For me, love is energy. It's a feeling. It can't be explained. It's more than just how you look in a photo, how you even look in person, or what you say you are, right? Because for me, at least, I can see right through people. And, if you can develop this quality, it's really going to serve you. Because, like I said, I feel like there's going to be a lot of potentials, right, that want to come in. What's that word? A lot of bachelors, right? And it's going to be up to you. And that's, of course, for the single people. But if you're in an unhappy relationship, that can also apply to you. Because this just means that the relationship you're in is either A, not the one you're meant to be in, or B, needs some healing, maybe some couples therapy, right? Because it depends if you believe it's worth saving or not, if you want to save it. And that's how you know if you're in love or not, right? Because you can't force a relationship to happen. And you can't force love to be. You can't just force yourself to be in love. Because that's just doing yourself harm, right? Emotionally. So this is just a reminder that let love in, but only the truest kind of highest vibration of love. Because love has the potential to heal, but love also has the potential to destroy if it's not the right kind of love. And we are to focus on our spiritual mission always, and not let it be drained by things that are not love, right? Or situations that are not love worthy, or that are not of love, right? Maybe it's just lust or infatuation. And stop letting it drain you so that you can move towards the real thing, which is going to need all your energy, actually. So you're going to need to kind of regain this vitality that we've all been experiencing in January. That's actually my January theme. It was the reset in my journal. So I will give you a sneak peek of the January, because I know that this journal was released in February. So I kind of want to give you a sneak peek of what the January spiritual guidance was. And it was the reset. It was like this kind of recalibrating our life, regeneration, rejuvenation, and just reorganizing our space, our life, so that we can now have the room and the space ready to accept new love to come in. Because I feel like there was a lot of clutter in our life, emotionally, even releasing from the past. A lot of detoxing that took place in January. So that now February, as we are being approached by our true love, we actually have the time, we have the energy, and we have the heart, right? The open space in our heart. Healed from the past heartaches, heartbreaks, and past traumas. Because believe it or not, that repels love, and that creates a wall. So we want to let those walls down. So this is powerful stuff. Let's ask a little deeper now. What can help us this month to open more of our heart? And I know it sounds kind of like an obvious question, but I feel like something else wants to come through. And actually, look at this. These just flipped over on its own. Wow. We got the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Now, of course, to me, the Two of Pentacles is balancing work and play. So making sure that you're not overworking, making sure that you're taking time to rest and actually feel the love within you. Because if you're overexhausted and just drained even from like work or just regular day-to-day stresses, then this is also going to repel love, believe it or not. So you want to be open to love, and this is whether you're in a partnership or single. If you want to have a healthy partnership, you have to make time for it. So I'm sorry to say, I know you might have a busy job, a lot of responsibilities, but there's no excuse. There's always time for yourself, because if that job is draining you, then that's probably not the job for you, and you probably should look into something else. Okay, so that's a huge message, a tough message from God. And the Knight of Pentacles is the chivalrous gentleman coming to our rescue, coming to offer us his pentacle, the charming young man, the prince on his white horse, an innocent pure love, a healed man, full of youthfulness and vitality, because he feels good. That's a wonderful message. And we have an extra message down here. Yes, Four of Wands in reverse, and this is so funny because we got this card last month, and I even believe in the Holiday Spectacular show as well. This is the Four of Wands in reverse, and this is Mother Mary with Jesus, and it's in the reverse. More self-nurturance, but what I'm also getting is more self-love. I'm getting a strong message. Maybe even if you're a woman, this might pertain to you, and even if you're a man, because believe it or not, there's a lot of men that have self-worth issues as well, and self-image issues. And you know, we need to stop being harsh with ourselves. The time is to truly speak to yourself in the mirror how you would like to be treated and speak to, and have more compassion to where you're at, and you know, like just seeing your own beauty from the inside out. Because I feel like there is a lack of that, and I feel like that's why we're not attracting someone who sees that in us, because again, we attract someone that will mirror what we see within us. So if you want to even change the dynamic in your relationship currently, you want to make sure that you are very kind with yourself. And if there's something about yourself or your body, or maybe just the way of your personality that you don't like, then work on healing it, but don't do it in a harsh way. Do it in a compassionate manner, still loving yourself through the process, because that speaks volumes of you and of your self-worth and all the self-love that we really need to embody. So more self-care is needed so that we can experience more emotional stability, because this emotional stability is going to transpire into our communication with our partners, right? And even if we're in the dating world, how you communicate and present yourself to the world and to these potentials, right? And even though spiritual love partnership, I don't like to really see that you need to see dating, like, I don't know, I don't really connect spiritual love with like dating sites, or like, although that's very rare, right? A lot of people can't find love on dating sites. I'm not saying that that's not a possibility, but because I feel like every person that you encounter on your soul journey is a lesson, right? We all know that. And even let's say like you are dating in the dating world, like we've all seen those romantic comedies where they're dating, right? And it takes a few people and they learn a few things about themselves before they get to the one, right? And I feel like that's something that you should just be aware about. Like, don't be harsh on yourself if something doesn't work out the first time around. Okay, that's a big message, and don't take it personally. I feel like that's something else as well. This is where the relationship traumas come into play and where my therapy session come in, because I do feel like there is a lot of relationship trauma that has been taken personally, and it's not personal ever. Whatever's happened, however a relationship ended in the past, that doesn't determine who you are and what your worth is. Just remember that very deeply. Wow, we got the Temperance card. I feel like this is one of the final guidance for today. Temperance, and actually I saw this card before, the Knight of Wands in reverse. Don't be so impulsive when it comes to love, when it comes to sharing all of you, right? This is about patience and purification, treating yourself as sacred, and this is what's going to attract high quality. There's water here when it comes to our emotions. Even be temperate and patient with even how much you divulge about yourselves emotionally, right? With a new potential partner. You want to make sure it's the one. And I'm seeing here the masculine and the feminine coming together, right? With the blue and the red cape, which are the feminine and masculine energies, divine feminine and divine masculine energies. And you know, I'm seeing here a lot of nurturance again. I'm seeing a lot of mothery energy. Mother Mary is coming through a lot. And this is, of course, a lot of like filling up our cup of joy and love. And naturally, we will have more than enough to fill the relationship cup when you come into sacred union. And this is definitely about having compassion, because she has a very compassionate, gentle face. And with the Knight of Wands in reverse, again, don't be so impulsive to settling down, saying yes to a commitment that maybe you're not even sure of. That's not going to be, right, the best option. If you're not sure from day one, then why are you going to say yes? Your yes should feel like you don't have to think about it twice. That's how strong of a connection and solid of an inner knowing it should be before you commit to a partnership. Because I feel like that's been a lot of the issues maybe, and that's created a lack of self-respect. Because if you are impulsive in a relationship, believe it or not, that says a lot about the self-esteem, and that's not respecting oneself. And I teach this in my A New You Tell Me So What You program. This is a must program to help you with all these concepts that are gonna directly correlate and flow into your relationships, right? Flow like this water into our relationships. But definitely the message is take action towards this healing. Take action so that you can stop experiencing heartaches, nightmares, or nightmare situations. You want to now step into this new ship that awaits you out far at sea. And keep visualizing through that window. And keep looking to the sky and praying to God for the partnership that you want. And that's card for today. Yeah, pray. We got the Nine of Swords in reverse, but in this deck, this is a woman praying on her knees. And it was in reverse. I feel like there's a lot of pride that's getting in the way of finding the spiritual love that did come to me earlier. And this pride has actually a lot to do with the knees. You know, that's a metaphysical reason. We need to let go of pride and the ego to now embody our higher self, to attract our spiritual love, attract the highest vibrational kind of love. So this is the closing of cycles of the old ego, letting it die, like we got the message in the beginning, the death card, and experiencing this new revolution in our life. Definitely A Course in Miracles is going to help you this year, this month especially. Take a look at it. It's available in English and Spanish. I can't can't stop looking because I feel like there's a lot of messages for this month. Wow, we got the Queen of Swords, and this is again a Mother Mary, and this is about cutting away the old assertively and staying confident in our worth and patiently awaiting, even though you might feel a little lonely or losing patience or hope in the present moment. This is a message of hope that if you keep this knowing and this standing position of power in your life, empowerment, right? Woman and also masculine empowerment, you're gonna find the right relationship that's not gonna drain you. So this is about taking back our power. This is the message especially because past situations, whether it was an actual relationship or just a dating situation, it has drained us of our vitality, even of our innocence, even of our ability to see through the lens of joy and experience our life more harmoniously. It's really brought a lot of heartache. That's really brought us spiritually down. And of course, with what's going on in the world, it's been like another heavy load on top of us. And the reason why it's in the reverse is because the guidance is that we need to get ourselves back up. Like I said in the beginning, you see, these are just confirmations of what I said. But this is about taking back your power when it comes to love, owning it, and stepping out in confidence, like if you're walking the red carpet, and knowing your worth, and this will attract a magical new beginning for you. And finally, exactly, returning to this innocence where you're dancing with life, skipping around, hopping in the grass with the flowers. This kind of joy, we need to emanate again. Because I know a lot of you, if you've been through heartaches, this was you in the past, very happy and joyful. And I can tell you from experience, because this happened to me as well. You know, I was always this kind of girl, very happy, very innocent, and just a little bit even oblivious, to be honest, right? And maybe even a little naive, I can add. And of course, you know, we all experience karmas and lessons that bring us down and eventually make us close our heart back up, right? All these 10 of Wands are like all of these wands in front of us as like a protection wall, like the big China Great Wall, right? And the guidance, you know, is really to let those walls down. You see all these wands protecting this man or this, you know, woman, whatever you want to say. Being in the reverse is about dropping your wands, dropping your barriers to love, and opening your heart in still yet a mature, assertive manner. There is a balance and there is an art, right, to being natural, being confident, yet still being innocent, still being joyful. Just because you're a joyful person doesn't mean that you're any less mature, any less wise, or any less, you know, assertive, right? That's the message. And you know, we've been getting this Queen card a lot in my daily morning spiritual guidance videos, which is an exclusive offer of my spiritual counseling TV network. You also get daily morning videos. They're only like a few minutes long, and it's a great way to start your day. We get guidance from above, affirmations of the day, angel messages, and it really is going to change your day if you listen to those first thing in the morning. And we've been getting this I am a queen card a lot. And of course, whether you're a man or female, this can relate, because this is about owning our royalty, or because we are all divine, or divinity, right? And knowing this word, we will attract only sacredness. So this is a message to open up your heart and not be so offstandish, especially when true love is trying to come in, right? And I feel like it's been because of this inner battle within. I feel like the ego and the higher self have been struggling to kind of be the one to show up in your physical body as your physical self. There's definitely been an inner mind struggle, which is where my therapy sessions help us to deal with all these deep psyche, subconscious wounds and issues that are coming up a lot when it comes to mental health. Definitely. This is about the balance of the yin and the yang within. Also, this is what it is. This is the inner feminine and masculine from within us that's also needing to be balanced, not hoarding onto our emotions. So like I said last time in the January love show, there is a lack of expression of love. And I feel like because there's too much still focus on the material wealth and the monetary values of life itself, you know, especially with the economy troubles that we're all dealing with worldwide, but we're being guided to let that go and just live in more faith and know that you will be provided for, and this can now save you more energy to give time for love. I feel like there's a lot of working, and of course, especially if you still have a job during these times and you're working from home, I feel like there's a lot of stress, more stress than even before this whole dynamic in the world. And I feel like this is affecting the love life because now there's less time for love, there's more stress, hence there's more tension, and this gets flowed into relationships, whether it's a romantic partnership or a family dynamic. Believe it or not, it's flowing. I know it. And this is what's called projection. So we need to remove those blocks because this is only moving us farther away from love. I know that we're all been working hard and diligently, but we can still do this with love. So there's more balance needed and just steady progress in life. You see, the Queen of Swords is very different than the Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands is fertile because this wand actually to me look kind of like a crop. And this is a woman that has it all. You see, she's still the Mother Mary as before, but instead of holding a very sharp knife or sword in her hand, now she's holding a more gentle wand and actually with more gentler hands. So she's more gentle in her approach, in the way that she even expresses herself, so confronts others, or communications in love. And I feel like this is what's going to attract the true partnership that we seek. I'm trying to look for that Queen of Swords, but I don't think it's going to pop up anymore to kind of compare it. Well, it's not meant to be. So yeah, that's what those are deep messages for this month. You know, and there is going to be justice worldwide. You know, we've all been going through kind of like this dark storm, I know. And this has affected love lives, right? Because more stress on families, if you're in a family. And this has been a lot of like a survival mode time, right? Especially the year 2020. And this year 2021, we're being guided to shift out of that mentality. Because that's not only not healthy, but it's not vibrational. Because this is actually embodying a very lack mentality. If you're just having a mindset of like, I need to survive, I need to get this done, because if not, I won't be able to survive, or perhaps, you know, earn money, or whatever the case may be. That's a lack mentality, believe it or not. That's telling God and the universe that not only you don't have enough, but that you don't trust that you will have enough for the next day. And this is something that even, you know, God teaches us in the Bible. We are to live each day like we're going to have a new, fresh loaf of bread every day. And this is the way that we should see our life during these times. Because I feel like if we just let more worry go, hence the fear, because worry stems from fear. And this is again the ego mind trying to distract you from love. And this is what I learned in A Course in Miracles. And I feel like when we take our power back in our white robe, through meditation, spiritual practice, silence, and stillness, we're going to regain this inner yin and yang, this inner balance. And the masculine and the feminine will come together, right? The cup and the wand. There'll be a coming together, and there's a throat chakra, which actually I think that's the chakra of the month. Because I was actually tuning into that as well. And this is about being able to express this love now, right? We've been doing a lot of heart healing, even remembrance of ancestral love, which I talked about I did some new meditation and yoga sequences also in my Body, Mind, and Spirit Health & Wellness brand for the Earth Star Chakra. I was connected to the Earth Star Chakra, the Solar Plexus Chakra, the Sacral Chakra for sexual wound healing, and you know, remembering that sexual energy is also creative energy. So the more creative you get in your life, you're actually embodying more sexual energy, which will attract more passion in your love life. And of course, just give you naturally more vitality for life itself. Our solar plexus to regain this inner confidence, self-worth, self-value, assertiveness, and willpower to do what it takes to heal and empower ourselves to keep going on the soul journey. Even if we are knocked down, we get back up and we keep going. And the heart healing was the last one that I was channeling and doing some healing work with, because we need to open our hearts to not only receive this love, but also the abundance that we're trying to manifest for this new year. Everything that we did in the New Year's, right? My manifestation, meditation ritual, the vision board here at the Spiritual Counseling TV Network, which is a free event for members. If you become a member, you can watch that a little over an hour long event where I explain to you how to manifest and become the alchemist of your life, how to manifest your dreams into reality by creating and building a certain type of vision board. And all of this is going to help us, all these little tools that I've been giving you, is going to help you to make this year the most magical, best life ever. This is a very powerful message. And yeah, the final message for today is the Judgment card, the rebirth, the number 20. This is us climbing out of our tombs, right? We've death of the ego, rebirthing now into our true higher self and spirit form. So we're living an embodiment of our flesh with our higher self and spirit within. No longer is the ego present, but everything that we do and we say and we act and we embody in this new physical realm, the new earth, we're going to be acting through our higher self, and that's the new generation and the new revolution that all of us need to be striving for. That is the big cosmic mission that we all should be having at the forefront of our minds in all that we do on a daily basis. That's a powerful message for today, because this is the year of the Judgment year, the rebirth. Finally, the light will win. The light will once again stand again and be recognized, be noticed, be rewarded, and be celebrated, right? With the trumps here, the angels blowing their horns, their trumpets. This is finally the time for celebration, but I feel like everyone's been waking up for a slumber in the year 2020, right? The awakening, the slumber. Once you die to the ego, which is what happened in the year 2020, naturally there is a rebirth, right? But before the rebirth has to happen the awakening. So to be very specific with you, okay, and to even go and expand on what I said in the Lightwork University, a little sneak peek. To be honest, even, we go even further to the year 2019. The year 2019 is when we were asleep, living through our ego, and our higher self was like in a slumber. So, this is why you were feeling a lot of heavy energies during this year 2019, even struggling to feel vitality. At least in my life, that's how it was. And there was just a lot of healing and regeneration that needed to take place. Because the year 2020, eventually, when you experience the slumber, eventually what happens after you go to sleep? You wake up, right? So the 2020 has been a massive awakening of many souls around the world. So that brings us to this year 2021, which is even the world card in the tarot. And this is the rebirthing of our world, a new life, a new you, a new chapter, a new love, right? A new love life, a new book to your story. So this is a very, very powerful time that we're in, definitely. And again, finally, nurture yourself more, have compassion to where you're at, and put the Midas touch. We have the Midas touch right now when it comes to love. This Four of Chalices is quite different. This lady's here sitting with her cup, but she has her fingers there like if she's gonna put the magic touch to that cup. And I feel like this is all what we need to embody. This Midas touch is about you being the alchemist of your life. I really do feel like this vision board is going to help all of you. If you want to do it with me, watch that event. It's free when you become a member. There's a huge sale going on right now for February. This February love sale is 80% off the membership annual subscription. This is the biggest sale of the year. Subscribe for the year, but you get 80% off. And then you don't have to even worry about paying the monthlies anymore. And you not only get the 80% discount, but you also get a free journal that I will personally mail to you. So if you want to participate in this special sale and giveaway of the year, definitely become a member of my Spiritual Counseling TV network and take advantage of all the educational exclusive resources that I have right now available, and your daily videos. That's your daily morning spiritual guidance to start the day right. And of course, if you want to follow me on my other Instagram page at spiritualcounseling.tv for your free daily heavenly podcast show, a minute long of inspirational, uplifting messages from heaven and a quote of the day in the IG story. Definitely follow me on that Instagram, and of course on my main Instagram page at Christie Ramirez _. If you're a Spanish speaker, I have a Spanish page for you. I'm doing a lot of Spanish content for Spanish speakers, which is my book club, my spiritual book club, at Christie Ramirez _ en Espanol. And I also have a French page that I am also currently undergoing a lot of projects, prospective projects for this year for the French people out there, at Christie Ramirez and Frances _ en Frances. And of course, follow me on my Body, Mind, and Spirit Health and Wellness brand, where you're gonna get free content and of course, you know, information about my programs and my membership subscriptions that are gonna help you with this transformation. My Instagram page is at Christie Ramirez _ Body, Mind, and Spirit. And on my website, you basically just go to christieramirez.com/health and wellness. There's a tab on the main menu. Take a look at all my resources, my School of Lightning page, my Lightworker University to watch that event. It's only $11 to purchase. Have it for the whole year, or you can rent it for a lesser price, but it's only 72 hours. I really recommend that you have that video for the whole year and rewatch it throughout the year, month by month. It's a month-by-month guidance and a special channeled message that I started off for this year, 2021. And yeah, that's how we're gonna end today. This is a great month. Make sure you sign up to my free mailing list to get my newsletters. And if you're a member of the Spiritual Counseling TV network, if you are not subscribed to my mailing list, but if you become a member, you will just automatically be subscribed. But you can take a look at my newsletter catalogs page, where you can also take a look at the previous newsletters that I've written. You can print them out, read them like if it were a magazine, read these informative psychology articles that I write for you, special exclusive blogs that I also write, exclusive health and wellness tips, and of course just other updates that I give you. But there's a lot of cool stuff there. It's very helpful. It's not just to promote stuff for you, it's actually educational, helpful stuff. I do things from the bottom of my heart to really help us all grow spiritually together. We're all in this together. We're all in this one love, holding hands. So remember this, my friends. Don't let anything knock you down off your feet. Get yourself back up, because God is with you, holding your hand, helping you get back up. Our angels, the messengers of God, and the helpers of the spiritual realm and the heavenly realm are all around us right now, helping us to continue going. Do what it is that we need to do for our mission work, because it's very much needed. We each have a personal purpose here. Discover your purpose, get on it, and then embark on it together with your spiritual partner. Live the life of your dreams and enjoy your life. Thank you again. My name is Christie Ramirez and I'm your soul coach. I'm so grateful to have you all here watch this video. Please make sure to share this video and of course like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know a lot of people can benefit from this information today. And you know, be patient with your love journey. I know. If you need personal guidance, if this is not enough for you, or any of my exclusive content, book a session with me and we'll talk it over. First session is 55% off. And then furthermore, we can talk packages. I have a lot of offers. So definitely take a look at christieramirez.com/booking for more information, for my calendar. You can book right away. And if you have any more questions on my personal sessions, there's a specific soul coaching Q&A interview that I did to answer all your questions when it comes to my personal soul coaching sessions. Have an amazing, beautiful February, everyone. Thank you for watching The Love Show. Namaste.